Now we will talk about cost controls, which is optional. If you want to use this option, you have to precise an average cost by conversion, which means the average amount of money you are willing to pay in order to reach the conversion event you picked while building your ad set. Let's take an example. If your product costs you $7 and you are selling it for $21, it means that your margin is 21 minus 7 equal $14. This means if you spend less than $14 to make a sale, you are profitable. So if your conversion event is purchase, you can tell Facebook to optimize the ad in order to obtain a purchase in less than $14. Facebook will then try to make one purchase with less than $14, and this is what we call manual bidding. Let's talk more about bidding. Facebook distributes ads based on an auction format. When you are creating a new campaign, you are joining a huge worldwide auction. You will be competing with hundreds of thousands of advertisers. Facebook will try to satisfy every advertiser. The space for advertisement is limited. Sometimes Facebook won't be able to fulfill all the requests. When this happens, the highest bidders will get the most placements. That's why the cost that you spend to reach a user will depend, at least partially, on the bid that you make to reach that user. In other terms, if you are selling a product related to golf and there are a lot of people that are selling to people passionate in golf, the price Facebook will charge you will increase. In most cases, Facebook automates bids. This is the default option. Advertisers often complain about cost stability. Some of them want to control their cost for a certain type of conversion. So that's why Facebook allowed manual bidding. Advertisers can choose to manually bid in an effort to better control their costs. The primary goal of a manual bid is to get cost per purchase or any other desired action stable. Let's dig deeper. Let's suppose Facebook has 2 spots to display ads and there are 3 advertisers bidding. We assume that they only differ by their bids. The reality is much more complicated than this example, but it will help you understand better. Advertiser A bids for $0.4, advertiser B bids for $0.7, and advertiser C bids for $5. If we have only 2 spots, then most probably advertiser A will get very few impressions. Advertiser B will get a good amount of impressions at a price somewhere between $0.41 and $0.7. And advertiser C will most probably get more impressions at a price just slightly above the price paid by advertiser B. Advertiser C will never pay a price close to $5. He will only pay the least amount necessary to beat advertiser B. There are 2 important takeaways here. First, if you try to bid too low, your campaign might not get the exposure it deserves and you won't reach your goals. 2, don't worry about bidding on a high amount. You will still end up paying the lowest amount possible in the auction to get your ads delivered. Let me tell you now about the strategy I use for manual bidding. In this case, I choose to optimize for purchase. The first thing I do is to calculate my margin. I know I keep repeating this during this course because it's very important for you to know your numbers. The margin is the difference between your selling price and the cost of your product. If you are selling a product at $50 and it's costing you $26, it means that your margin is $50 minus $26 equal $24. What I would do is to divide this margin by 4, so 24 over 4 is $6. And I create a first ad set and choose $6 for manual bidding. And then I create another ad set, but this time I double the bid. It means I will be using a bid of $12. And next I will create a third ad set, but this time I will triple the bid, so I will choose a bid of $18. And then I will create a fourth ad set with a manual bid equal to my margin, which is $24. So now I have 4 ad sets running with 4 different amounts of manual bidding: $6, $12, $18, and $24. I will consider a daily budget equal to the double of the margin for each ad set. This means I will be putting $48 on each ad set. Then I will run all my ad sets for 2 days. I will analyze my results, and the ad set that gives me the best cost, I will keep it running, and I will scale it, and I will kill all the other ad sets. Now, if you are optimizing for add to cart, you will not use the same numbers, because if your margin is $24 and your aim is to obtain an add to cart for $18, it means you are in a bad situation. That's why if we are optimizing for add to cart, we will use smaller numbers. For example, $1, $2, $4, and $6, and see which ad set performs better. Some of you will tell me, okay, but $48 for each ad set is huge. Having 4 ad sets, it means almost $200 per day. Don't panic, I will explain why. Personally, I only use manual bidding after finding a winner product. So first, I begin with automatic bidding. When I find a winner, then I try the manual bidding to see if I can get better costs per purchase. Which means, when I put $200 per day, I don't have a huge risk because I know it will sell, and I know that I will not throw these $200 out of the window. And this is what I recommend you to do. So, to sum everything up, I first use automatic bidding, and when I'm sure I have found a winner product, I start using manual bidding, and I compare the results with automatic bidding. If automatic bidding results are much better, I keep them running and kill the manual bidding campaigns, and vice versa. Stay tuned and meet me in the next lecture, where we are going also to talk about optimization and delivery.